Kale didn't notice it at first. He was in Adrian's study again. Screens glowing in the dim room, hospital logs open, Selini's financial trail slowly tightening. But his focus kept slipping. Letters blurred. His skin felt too warm. "You're rereading the same line," Adrian said quietly from across the room. Kale didn't look up. "I'm fine." He wasn't. His pulse was faster than it should be. His scent blockers suddenly felt weak, like paper walls against pressure. Adrian's gaze sharpened. "You're not due for another 2 weeks." Kale's fingers froze on the keyboard. "I know." The words came out thinner than he intended. A wave of heat rolled through him. Not emotional, physical. His breath hitched. Adrian stood immediately. Slowly, carefully, the air shifted. "Kale." "Don't," Kale snapped. He pushed back from the desk too quickly. The room tilted. Stress. Confronting his father. Seeing Celine. The hallway incident. Everything had been building, and Omega bodies didn't care about pride. They reacted. "I can manage it," Kale said through clenched teeth. Another wave hit harder. His scent spiked. Raw. Unfiltered. Not soft and sweet. Sharp. Distressed. Adrian inhaled sharply before he could stop himself. And that was the problem, because instinct didn't care about strategy either. The alpha in him reacted immediately. His shoulders stiffened, jaw tightening. His own scent deepened automatically, protective, territorial. Adrian let his scent shift, but not fully. Not dominance. Not possession. Warmth. Grounding, protective without pressure. Kale's breathing began to even. Gradually. Painfully slow. Adrian focused entirely on control. On balance. Not instinct. Choice. Minutes passed. The heat didn't disappear, but it stopped spiraling. Kale sagged slightly in. Relief. "I hate that my body betrays me," he murmured. Adrian's thumb brushed lightly against his wrist, checking pulse. "It is not betrayal," he said quietly. "It is response." "To what?" "To everything you endured." Kale's throat tightened. "Don't pity me." "I don't." Adrian's eyes held his. "I am furious for you." "There is a difference." That hit harder than any surge of heat. Kale studied him. "You didn't lose control," he said softly. Adrian's jaw flexed faintly. "I almost did, but you didn't." "No, because control wasn't weakness. It was devotion sharpened into discipline." Kale exhaled slowly. "You scare me when you flare like that," he admitted. Adrian nodded once. "Then I will not flare unless you ask me to." That wasn't an instinct, that was a promise. And for the first time since prison, Kale felt something dangerous shift inside him. Not heat, not biology. Trust. Small. Fragile, but real. He tightened his grip on Adrian's hand. "Stay," he said quietly. Adrian didn't hesitate. "I am not going anywhere." Kale wakes up 2 days later in a private recovery room at the hospital he once trained in. The irony tastes bitter. The scent suppressors hum softly in the vents. The sheets smell faintly of antiseptic and something else. Alpha. Adrian. He's asleep in the chair beside the bed, shirt wrinkled, sleeves rolled up, dark circles under his eyes. He didn't leave. Of course he didn't. Kale shifts slightly and instantly regrets it. His body aches like he ran through fire. His throat is dry. His scent feels fragile, thin, like glass that could crack. Adrian's eyes snap open immediately. Relief floods his face before he schools it. "You shouldn't be awake yet." Kale swallows. "I'm fine." They both know that's a lie. The consequence. Heat during extreme emotional distress is rare for Omegas. Dangerous. Unstable. It means the body perceived overwhelming threat. Fear. Abandonment. Kale remembers everything. The suffocating feeling. The panic. The humiliation. The way Adrian almost lost control trying to protect him. The way Adrian's scent had wrapped around him like chains. Not comforting. Possessive. Claiming. Adrian stands slowly. "You scared me." It's not an accusation. It's not anger. It's something worse. Vulnerability. Kale looks away. "You don't trust me," he says quietly. Silence fills the room. Adrian's jaw tightens. "I trust you with my life." That's not the same. And that lands because it's true. Adrian trusts Kale's character, but he doesn't trust the situation. He doesn't trust that Kale isn't hiding something. He doesn't trust that Kale didn't push himself too far out of pride. And Kale knows it. The real damage. "You almost marked me," Kale whispers. Adrian freezes. The air changes. He remembers it too. That the moment instinct overtook reason. The moment his alpha side surged. The urge to bite, to claim, to anchor. He had stopped barely. "I would never take that choice from you," Adrian says quietly. But his voice is strained. Because he wanted to, and that truth lingers between them. Kale finally looks at him. "Do you love me?" he asks. "Or do you feel responsible for me?" Adrian goes still. That question hurts. More than Celine. More than the scandal. More than the hospital whispers. Because responsibility is heavy. Love is voluntary, and Adrian has always confused the two. Kale's heat stabilized because Adrian stayed. Because Adrian held him. Because Adrian suppressed his own instincts and anchored Kale through scent alone. But emotionally, Kale feels exposed. He hates that his body reacted. He hates that he needed Adrian. He hates that a part of him felt safe in the possessiveness. And Adrian? Adrian hates that he enjoyed being needed. Adrian moves closer to the bed, not touching, just close. "You were never an obligation," he says. I fought to clear your name because I couldn't breathe knowing you were in a cell. Kale's breath catches. That's not responsibility. He pauses. That's love, but it doesn't fix everything. That night, Selene receives something anonymous. A copy of a financial transfer, a payment made to the prosecutor's office from an account connected to the hospital. And someone else knows. Selene never panics. She calculates.
She adjusts.
She wins. That has always been the rule. But tonight, her hands are shaking. The anonymous envelope sits open on her desk in her office at the hospital. The financial transfer document glows under the desk lamp like a threat. A payment. Large. Discreet. Traceable. Not directly from her, but close enough, too close. Her mistake wasn't bribing the prosecutor. Her mistake was assuming no one would ever look. Her phone vibrates. Unknown number. She answers without greeting. A distorted voice speaks calmly. You should clean up your mess before someone else does. The line goes dead. Selene's jaw tightens. This isn't Elias. He doesn't move this quietly. This isn't Adrian. He confronts directly. This is someone else, someone watching. She stands abruptly pacing the office. If the payment becomes public, the hospital board will investigate. If the board investigates, Elias will be forced to choose between his wife and his reputation, and Elias has already begun wavering. She saw it in his eyes outside Kale's hospital room.
Doubt.
Dangerous. She makes a call. Release the article. There's silence on the other end. Now, she repeats. Within the hour, an anonymous gossip blog publishes a headline. Omega doctor's heat scandal disrupts major hospital. It paints Kale as unstable, emotionally volatile, a liability. It implies Adrian manipulated the justice system to free his Omega fiancé. It suggests impropriety. It's dirty, and it's desperate. Adrian sees it first. His expression, when he reads it, cold. Not angry, cold. He storms into Selene's office without knocking. She doesn't flinch. You're slipping, he says, quietly. You're emotional. You attacked him. He's weak, Selene snaps. He triggered heat in a professional environment. He nearly died. Silence crashes between them. Adrian steps closer, and for the first time, Selene feels it. Not son, not future son, -in-law.alpha. Dominant. Protective. You are not touching him again, Adrian says. There is no volume. There is power. What Selene didn't expect. Was Elias walking in, hearing everything? The article, the bribe, the manipulation, the truth? Elias looks at her like he's seeing her for the first time. You paid, the prosecutor. He says, It isn't a question. Selene opens her mouth. No answer comes because this time, she can't spin it. Meanwhile, Kale wakes to dozens of messages, colleagues, former classmates. Whispers. He reads the headline once, then again. His hands don't shake this time. They go still, very still, and something inside him hardens. He doesn't cry, he doesn't panic. He picks up his phone and calls someone from jail. Do you still have that recording? He asks quietly. The hospital board meeting is scheduled for the next morning. Selene hasn't slept. Elias hasn't spoken to her. Adrian hasn't come home. Everything is tilting, but none of them are prepared for what Dr. Mirak drops on the table. The test results. It started as routine. After Kale's unstable heat episode, Dr. Mirak ordered a full hormonal and genetic analysis because something about it didn't make sense. Omega heat triggered by stress?
Yes.
But this level of instability, this recovery speed, this scent fluctuation? Unusual. Very unusual. Kale sits in the exam room, arms folded, face unreadable. Adrian stands beside him, tense. Dr. Mirak exhales slowly. Your heat didn't destabilize because you're weak. Kale's eyes flick up. It destabilized because your body was suppressing something. Adrian stiffens. Suppressing what?
He asks.
Dr. Morik slides the results across the table. You're not a standard Omega. Kale's pulse kicks once hard. You're a recessive dominant carrier. The room goes very still. What that means in simple terms? Kale's genetic profile shows markers typically found in alphas, dominance markers, pheromone response resistance, neural override capacity, but they're buried under Omega presentation.
Rare.
Extremely rare. Most don't survive childhood due to hormonal conflict. Those who do, they're unstable if not properly supported, but if stabilized, they become something else entirely. Not alpha, not Omega, something in between. The insult was calculated. Kale felt Adrian's control fracture. Just a little. The air thickened. The security guards shifted uncomfortably. Selene stepped closer, lowering her voice. You should have stayed in prison, she told Kale. At least there you were quiet, that did it. Adrian's scent exploded. Not a flare.
A surge.
The kind that hit like pressure in the lungs. Pure alpha dominance. The guards physically stepped back. Selene stiffened. Kale felt it too. The weight of it wrapping around him like a storm. Protective.
Furious.
Possessive. Choose your next sentence carefully, Adrian said. His voice wasn't loud. That made it sense. Sometimes spikes sharp instead of sweet. Why Adrian nearly lost control trying to anchor him. Not because Kale was fragile, but because his body was pushing back. Subconsciously. Even in heat, Kale laughs once. Soft. disbelieving. So I'm defective. No, Dr. Mirik says firmly. You're rare. The dangerous parts. Celine enters the board meeting confident. She leaves pale because the hospital's internal genetic screening records, they show something interesting. Kale's test results from childhood were altered, flagged, suppressed. Someone knew, someone buried it, and that someone had administrative access. Administrative access like a hospital manager. The rain fell in a quiet rhythm against the hospital windows, tapping out a soft, almost hypnotic melody. Kale stood by the glass, wrapped in a loose hospital robe, silver hair damp and sticking lightly to his forehead. His breathing was measured, but underneath, something roiled. Confusion. Frustration. A scent that betrayed his in-between nature. Neither fully alpha nor fully omega. The door opened. A faint click of polished leather on tile. A drain walked in as composed as ever, eyes dark and sharp, scanning every detail. You're not okay, Adrien said softly, low enough that only Keel could hear. Keel didn't turn immediately. I've been worse, he replied, voice controlled, steady. Adrien closed the distance, slow and deliberate. Someone tampered with you, he said, the words almost a growl. Keel finally met his gaze. I know. Later, the truth unfolded. A security footage flickered on a tablet, showing Cellini's face, calm, calculating, precise. His hand hovered over Keel's fore, injecting something that wasn't meant to heal. Keel's father appeared, tall, commanding, with a presence that made the room shrink around him. His eyes were icy, unreadable, yet heavy with disappointment. Celine has always been ambitious, he said, voice cutting. I didn't think he'd be foolish enough to endanger my blood. Keel let out a bitter laugh. She didn't want me dead. She wanted me unstable. To break me. Adrien's jaw clenched. He wanted to expose you, he said simply. Keel's scent surged, sharp, confused, tense. Because I'm not just an Omega, he murmured. I'm something else. Something he couldn't control. Celine was brought in, still composed, still smiling. If you're going to accuse me, at least sound convincing, she said smoothly. Keel's steps were deliberate as he approached. You drugged me, he said. Celine tilted her head, mockingly sweet. I revealed you, an Omega that doesn't submit, an Alpha that doesn't dominate. What exactly are you, Keel? A mistake? Adrien moved forward, but Keel's hand stopped him. The restraint, the control. It was new and it was powerful. Then his father spoke, a sound like steel cutting through the tension. Enough. The room froze. All eyes on him. You think I don't see it? He continued. He's not a mistake. Is evolution. Cellini's smile faltered, a twitch betraying the first crack in his composure. You acted without authority, the father said, cold now. You endangered my blood. You will be tried. You will reap what you sow. You would choose him over stability? Celine spat. I choose my son, the father said. Simple, final. Keel's breath caught. He hadn't expected this. Not approval. Not protection. Back in the hospital room, Keel's body betrayed him. The remnants of the drug surged through him, his scent oscillating wildly between Omega softness and Alpha dominance. Adrien didn't move away. He stepped closer. Steady. Calm. Grounding. Stay away, Keel whispered, voice strained, almost pleading. I don't know what I'll do. I do, Adrien said softly. Unwavering. Keel looked at him, truly looked at him for the first time, vulnerability breaking through the armor. Then why are you still here? Because it's you, Adrien replied, and then without hesitation Keel reached for him. Not aggressively, not submissively, just desperately. Adrien didn't resist. He anchored Keel's voice, low and grounding. You don't have to fit into anything, Adrien said. Not Alpha, not Omega, just
Be Keel.
The breath in Kaylee's chest evened his scent for the first time in years, settled. Balanced equal, he leaned into Adrien, not submitting, not overpowering, just together. Celine was taken away in restraints, stripped of his composure, his pride, his control. Keel watched from the distance, side by side with his father, a bond forged in protection, in love, in choice. You'll be challenged for this, his father murmured. I know, Keel said steady. Will you stand? Keel glanced at Adrien, a soft smile forming despite the chaos, then back at his father. I won't stand alone. And in the final moment, as rain continued to streak the windows, Keel and Adrien stood side by side. Not Alpha and Omega, not dominance and submission, something else entirely, something that didn't need a name because it was theirs.